That's fine. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the swing behind the back and sit straight down and do a little bit of a warm-up. Alright, so in the warm-up, we're going to drop our hips. We're going to allow there to be more space along the sides of the torso. And then we're going to engage the shoulders down towards the ground. So you'll feel that intensity of the swing pulling up, but use that as an opportunity and leverage to traction the shoulder blades down the back. Press your hips towards the ground, and then just allow yourself to have a little bit of a sway from side to side. Okay. Let's spend about 5 minutes warming up, and then we're going to prepare for X Factor. So in X Factor, we're going to focus on the shoulders, but we're also going to focus on opening up the hips. Okay, so let's open it up a little bit bigger, just sway from side to side. I like to use the leg loops in my hands, just as like a little marionette, just for fun, keeping them out of the way, otherwise they might bop a little bit when we sway. And it's nice to extend the arms, and the hands are pressing strongly down towards the ground, so the full length of the shoulder all the way through the arm bones are engaged to the fingertips. And then open it up a little bit more from side to side to come into a side lunge, pressing the hips forward, opening up the groin and the inner thigh. Just gently rocking back and forth in the space. Very good. And then from there we're going to start to bring the feet back through center, so we just heel toe the feet. So we bring the legs together and then straight, release the arms back, open it up into a back bend. And then just take a couple breaths here in Weeping Willow. So in Weeping Willow, we're going to just sway from side to side in the space. And that swaying motion is really just to come into a supported back bend and start to loosen up all the connective tissue. So the arms can be free in the space, or you can come into chillaxin arms where you support the neck. So let the head relax back into the hands. Let the upper body go. So we're engaged through the legs. We have a nice strong foundation, but then the upper body is free to flow. Nice. All right, so let's come through our angel wings. We're going to pause and center neutralize the spine. Inhale, open the arms. Come through a T. Exhale, bend the knees. And we're going to push forward. So we just sway back and forth in the space a little bit like a pendulum, forward and back. The point of this is to open up the hips, right? So we're really pressing the hips forward. And then go ahead and swim all the way back again. We're going to come through another supported back bend. I like my feet to be more towards the center of the mat, so you can walk your feet back. I use the round mats to give a sense of space and move into the spherical motions. And then we're going to inhale, angel wings. So in our angel wings, we really press our hands forward, palms towards the front of the room here. And then exhale, swing it back and open it up. Swing the arms overhead. Take a nice big exhale. Inhale, open it up, and then exhale, swing forward. Inhale, angel wings. Yeah. Exhale, use your momentum, come on back. Beautiful. Inhale, coming forward, and then exhale, coming back. And just see if you can speed it up a little with the breath. Have some fun with it. Very nice. And then stay back, return to Weeping Willow with the chillaxin arms, and rock from side to side. So that's a nice way to open the spine and have a little bit of fun while you're in the swing. And I want you to notice here that you can actually create really good momentum from side to side. And just notice keeping the feet exactly in the center of the mat. Keep the feet the same, don't move them. But then the upper body can create like a half circle shape, a semicircle. So we're just going to sway from side to side a little bit bigger now. Nice. So notice what happens to the connective tissue all along the rib cage and through the side torso. It starts to stretch just simply by swaying in the space. And that's how we're going to start to open up the body. Just real easy, real simple. Just swaying, creating harmonic motion from side to side. And it's effortless, so we're effortlessly stretching and opening up the body. Just using the momentum. I call that free energy. Using the spin and the spiral. Very good. And then we slowly come back through center. Let's go ahead and bend the knees and come through one camel. So the forearm press is going to help open up the shoulders. And then we keep our toes tucked under and we're pushing our knees down towards the ground, lifting up. So really strong with the forearms, press the hips, lift, open. Exhale, lower down and just hang. So the toes stay tucked under the whole time. They call that hero pose in yoga. It's a nice stretch for the calves and the feet. And then we inhale, press and lift. Strongly press and lift. Exhale, lower back down and relax. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, press and lift. And then press all the way back when we're back bend. Awesome. So let's go ahead and open up the arms, open up the knees. We're going to come through a Baddha Konasana. So create a diamond with your legs and a diamond with your arms. Okay? So we're just hanging in the space, but we're going to rock from side to side. So the shoulders are riding up to the ears further than I normally would like, but it's actually a really good stretch for the sub-scapula. So it might feel a little irritating under the arms, but just kind of hang out there for as long as you can. And see if you can just rock from side to side gently. Really good. What is it? Yeah, go ahead. Uh-huh. Yes, so we're pressing the hips forward the whole time and pulling the knees apart. So instead of sitting the hips back, make sure you press the knees apart and push the hips forward. Both hips. Yeah, you can do both hips, that's fine. The details of that aren't so important in this, like we could get into that later, but yeah. Sometimes I'll, depending on if I'm working with somebody who has really tight hips, I might actually pause and have them go deeper on one side, because when I'm looking at them, it's obvious that their hips aren't even. So we just try to keep the hips even in the plane. So I'll just do it one more time, and if the hips are dropping, the knee collapses in. So if you just keep the knees moving apart from one another and press the hips forward, then you have the alignment. So if the knee collapses in, that's how you know the hips are not pressing evenly. So you just pull the knees apart from one another and press the hips forward. Just like if you were in Baddha Konasana on the ground, the knees would be moving apart and the hips are going to be even. They're going to be square to one another. Good question. So let's go ahead and come up.